Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello, Squiz Kids listeners, and welcome to the Kids vs. Adults Weekly News Quiz. Your chance to see who's had their listening ears on and been paying the most attention to the week that just was. I'm Bryce Corbett. All week in the Squiz Kids Today podcast, we've been bringing you the big news stories of the day, run through our kid-friendly filter to make sure you know all you need to know about the world around you. Now, it's time to test how much of the week's news you've retained, and in the process, see who's smarter, kids or adults. Plus, of course, because it's a Friday, we've got all today's birthday shout-outs and all the shout-outs for the weekend ahead, including, of course, the birthday reggae tune, because it wouldn't be a Friday without it. So, here's how the quiz works. 5 questions for kids about the weekend news, then 5 questions for adults. Whoever answers the most correct questions wins. Easy. You ready? Let's do this. Alright kids, here are your 5 questions. Question number 1. Let's start with a sporting question. And all the talk this week in rugby league circles was about the New South Wales and Queensland team selections for what upcoming series? That's right, it's the State of Origin. Question number 2. In the Daily News podcast on Monday, we heard about a vaccine that had been showing promising early signs, helping to eradicate a disease in which native Aussie animal? And I'll give you a hint, they're pretty fond of gum leaves. Did you say koalas? You'd be right. Question number 3. In the podcast this week, we also heard about how Tasmania's new AFL team had begun the search for a new team song. What is the name of Tassie's new team? That's right, they're the Tassie Devils. Question number 4. In the podcast yesterday, we heard how the house from a famous film has gone up for sale. Now, if I told you that the film is about a kid who gets left behind when his family goes to Paris on Christmas vacation, which movie would I be talking about? Yeah, of course, it's Home Alone. Question number 5. The Matildas play a friendly match tonight against China in the capital city of South Australia. What city is that? Did you say Adelaide? Well done you. How did you go, kids? How many did you get right out of 5? Do you reckon that's enough to beat the adults? I hope so. All right, adults, now it's your turn. Let's fire up the old grey matter, and here we go. Question number 1. On the subject of the Matildas, when she's not slotting soccer balls into the back of the net for Australia, which English team does star striker Sam Kerr play for? Well done if you said Chelsea. Question number 2. To politics now, and the Federal Immigration Minister was under pressure this week, facing opposition calls for him to resign. What's the name of Australia's Immigration Minister? Yeah, a bit of a toughie that one. Did you say Andrew Giles? Well done. Question number 3. To sport now, and the French Open got underway this week. What is the name of the sports stadium in Paris where the famous clay courts can be found? Yep, that's right, it's Roland Garros. Question number 4. The United Kingdom learned last week that they were going to the polls after their Prime Minister called a snap election. What is the name of the British PM? Yeah, well done if you said Rishi Sunak. Question number 5. Another country went to the polls this week. Its current president, Cyril Ramaphosa, is facing electoral defeat. Which country am I talking about? Well done if you said South Africa. How did you go, adults? How many did you get right? Did you beat the kids? Who won bragging rights this week? If you've missed any of these cool news stories throughout the week and you want to refresh your memory, all of this week's Squiz Kids episodes are available for a re-listen wherever you get your podcasts. Well, that's the end of the quiz, which means it's now time for...
Shout-outs.
It's Friday, May 31. The Mighty Matildas, as I've just said, are back in action, taking on China tonight in Adelaide in a soccer friendly. Can't wait for that. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today and over the coming weekend. And because it's Reconciliation Week, we're noting the First Nations place names for our shout-outees. And because it's a Friday, we're going to do it all against the backdrop of the old birthday reggae tune. Hit it! It's happy birthday to Logan from Castle Hill in Darug country, Jack from Tempe in Gadigal country, Jordan from Yass in Ngunnawal country, Anthony from Ashmont in Wiradjuri country, Megan from Salisbury Heights in Corner country, Rocco from Caulfield North in Bunurong country, Brax from Medowie in Warramai country, Juliet from Brisbane in Turrbal and Yuggera countries, Jasmine from Kumbaba in Combermary country, Owen from Golden Grove in Corner country, Arian from Mulgrave in Wurundjeri country, Alex from North Perth in Wajak country, Lincoln and Jet from Unanderra in Darawal country, Elijah from Mount Gravatt in Turrbal and Yuggera countries, Charlotte from Lura in Gundungurra and Darug countries, Adi from Middle Harbour in Gadigal and Camarugay countries. My goodness gracious me, there's a lot of you today. Danny from Sydney in Gadigal country, Timothy from Moama in Yorta country, Archie from Hamlin Terrace in Darjanjung country, Caleb from Forest Lake in Turrbal and Yuggera countries, Lincoln from Kapalabar in Quandamooka country, Dashil from Ettalong Beach in Darganjung country, Lily from Currumbin in Combermary country, Nate from Iluka in Bunjalung country, Harry from Canberra in Ngunnawal country, Noah from Langwarrin in Bunurong country, and Zoe, who's listening all the way over there in Hong Kong. And belated birthday wishes go to Judd from the Gold Coast in Combermary country and Winston from City Beach in Wajak country. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening, and I hope you're enjoying these quizzes. Don't forget, there'll be a new one dropping first thing every Friday morning. And the best bit? They're absolutely free. Just as our other excellent content is free too. We're talking a Squiz Kids Today news podcast on Mondays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, a Squiz Kids shortcut or a Squiz the World every Tuesday, and for all the teachers out there, there's the Classroom Companion, our teacher-produced classroom activity sheets, curriculum aligned and tied to the Daily Pod on Mondays, and whose entire back catalogue is now able to be searched via our website. Genius. Check it all out at squizkids.com.au or simply subscribe to Squiz Kids in your favourite podcasting app and all the audio content will magically appear. For now though, this is Bryce Corbett signing off and reminding you all to get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.